Now, this is another reason why. This is another reason why Drake said. I mean, not Drake, but this is another reason why Kendrick said that. This is another reason why Kendrick said that Akademiks is compromised, because check this out, right? 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, Akademiks made this video saying that Drake flopped by his numbers. This is 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, Akademiks did this post, said 230K is a flop. DJ Akademiks says that Drake selling 230 on the first week is a flop by Drake's standards. So it's very interesting that his streams were higher 2 years ago, and he said it was a flop. But then Drake's most recent songs, Akademiks is kind of hesitant to say it's a drop. So it's kind of interesting why he don't keep that same smoke, right? So pay attention to the different approach of Akademiks saying that Drake flopped 2 years ago, but Drake's most recent songs haven't been doing good, and he's very hesitant to say, Drake, like he always got some type of excuse. So let's just play what he said 2 years ago about Drake. All right.
4 million. Liability, 3.9. Jimmy Cooks. So I'm just trying to show you the strength of this playlist, right? They put this song at number 1, right? Let's go to Drake's album again. If you go to Drake's album, look at the view. Let's say if people just only went to Drake's page, they didn't go to a playlist. They would just be going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They would just go down the line, right? And then they would get to Jimmy Cooks at 14. However, look at the 13th song. Remember, it's progressively getting smaller and smaller from here. Let me make sure I can see it. Sticky, 8 million. Massive, 7 million. Flight Book, 5 million. Overdrive, 4 million. Downhill, 4 million. Tie That Binds, 4 million. Liability, 3.9. Jimmy Cooks, 11.8. I would say at least, so the difference between the track before and that track is roughly 8 million. I would say not only Rap Caviar, but editorial playlist probably covers for about 5 to 6 million of those plays. I'm gonna give the other plays attributed to the fact that word of mouth, people probably talking about a song, and also 21 Savage on a song. But the point of this is what I'm trying to say. This is gonna explain some of the numbers that you're seeing. You get me? Number one, they're only supporting one song. Every other song is a dance song. Which again, I'm not trying to cop out for him. Do we consider this a flop?
You have to, right?
Well, no. What do y'all say?
If we go academic standards, this is a flop.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen.
Flop. So he came out and said 2 years ago that Drake is flopping, right?
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen. I'm gonna keep it 100. My boy flop. This is cool. It's flop. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I would hope Drake takes this in stride, because even though we're calling this a flop just strictly off numbers, it was a necessary flop. I think Drake.
Hey, King James, that's funny. How many flops does he have in stock? That's actually funny. How many flops do we have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. God damn, yeah, because everything that Drake been releasing has definitely been a flop. That's funny.
Numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, man, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen. I'm gonna keep it 100. My boy flop. This is cool. It's flop. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I would hope Drake takes this in stride, because even though we're calling this a flop just strictly off numbers, it was a necessary flop. I think Drake also needs to free himself, like YoungBoy. You know why YoungBoy is so great?
All right. So once again, I just want to play that little clip, because pay attention to these numbers, right? These numbers, and this is the first week sale. All right. This was the number that Akademiks said that Drake flopped on the first week sales. And this is like 6 million, 11 million, 8 million. And Akademiks considered this being a flop. So how come all of a sudden now, fast forward to 2022, Akademiks is hesitant to call Drake new songs a flop when his new songs numbers are worse than when he said Drake was flopping? So how can you say that Drake is flopping here when his numbers is higher than his most recent songs? Right?
Where did they end up on Billboard? No, yes. I don't expect it. If only it's up, which by the way, there's some streaming data on it already. If this is the only one that make the charts, we might have some issues. Okay. Okay. Now, granted, I should probably look at the Billboard charts now, see if any album. I don't think there's any big album that probably has 20 songs on the fucking charts right now. Let's see. What the fuck? Sorry.
Come on, act something ain't right, bro.
Oh, it's on this. Okay.
Something ain't right, buddy.
Yeah, we could look at the charts. No, let me see. Billboard Hot 100. Damn, Shabuzi is holding it down, man. Pour a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, this song has lasted 17 weeks. Not Like Us. It's at number 3. 14 weeks on the charts. That's good as well. It looks like Billie Eilish. We have Billie Eilish, and does Taylor Swift has no song by Taylor? Not in the top 10. We have a Morgan Wallen, Charlie XCX. Here we go. Marshmallow. Like that's on the top 20. Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting Drake to have one in the top 20. Right? We heard it before.
Now he's saying that he's expecting Drake to be in the top 20. He's not even in the top 20.
I don't think he still hasn't really done the official drop. I know they appeared on DSPs, but these are like, we have to realize the new SoundCloud drops from him. He's in a $400 million deal, bro. He's going to have to put it on DSPs. And I'm going to treat those slightly a bit different than Drake saying, yo, Friday, I got some shit coming. You get what I'm saying? I am going to treat it a little bit different. I'm not copying no pleas for him because I do think he's that popular. You should make the charts. That's a fact. You should make the charts, right? So for me, if we have one top 20 song and the other two, I think say around 60, 70, as long as they make the charts, okay. We're still in good. We're still decent. If only one make the charts, that's a problem. Big problem. Very big problem. Now it tells me Drake needs to focus up. This is okay. You playing the game like this and you go like this. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, some of these songs are gonna get knocked out. Yeah. He should definitely make the charts with those 3 of these songs. Yeah. Now I looked on Spotify. Here we are. So if we look on Rap Caviar, he has the number 1 slotted song. So it's not like, the DSPs are supporting him. The DSPs are supporting him. There is no promo behind this, but shout out to my man Carl Cherry from Spotify. He's lived up to his word because I asked him, I said, imagine if Drake was just independent, just dropped. This is kind of the equivalent, right? They didn't tell nobody. They literally uploaded it with 3 hours of notice. There is no promo plan for it. There is no, Spotify, Spotify heard it on a different platform, which they usually penalize people. But still, they said it's Drake. Let's put it at number 1. So he has a number 1 placement on Rap Caviar for what that's still worth. I'm not sure what on average those sales give. They probably have all 3 of them on here.
Right.
They have Housekeeping with Lotto. And okay, they only have 2. Okay. All right, they can't put every song by him on here. All right, yeah. So I think it should work. Let me look at the streams, at least on Spotify has been looking.
Now, watch this.
Not the strongest, I'm gonna be honest.
His neck hurting, moving around. Now, look at the numbers, right? Look at the numbers. This is his first week's streaming numbers, way lower than what he said, what he considered a flop two years ago, right? So this is 2 years ago. He considered these numbers of being a flop. 6 million, 11, 8 million. So how come he not saying that these 5 and 3 million, 2 million? How come these ain't flop? Right? Ain't that kind of weird? He said that these were flop. Right? Let's just play that back. So this is why Kendrick Lamar is saying that you compromise. Right?
Quickly off numbers, it was a necessary flop. I think Drake also needs to free himself like YoungBoy. You know why YoungBoy is so... I would hope Drake takes this in stride. Well, no, what do y'all say?
If we go academic standards, this is a flop.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, man, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen, women lie, numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, man, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Women lie, numbers don't. It's a flop. Listen, man, it's a flop. I don't give a fuck. It's a flop. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. My boy flop.
I'm gonna keep it 100. My boy flop. So if Drake flop was 6 million, 11 million, 8 million, 7 million, 5 million, so wouldn't you consider this a flop too? With only 5 and 3 and 2? These numbers are lower than the numbers that you said was a flop. These are way lower. So isn't this considered a flop?
Not the strongest, I'm gonna be honest. 5 million, yeah, even a 5 million, I think Drake does better than that. I think Drake does better than that. On an announced one. Definitely still will chart. But even the Lotto one is actually the lowest, and they have it's the lowest. It's only 2 million. Now, granted, 2 million is a lot of fucking streams, but
is it?
You know, we're talking about Drake, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Drake.
It's not the best streams, I'm gonna be honest. But
why the energy? Man. Do y'all sense the difference in energy? Because when he was talking about DJ Mustard, he was going in on anybody with low numbers, man, he go crazy. But with Drake, I mean, it's not the best, but you see him? Something, just why you can't keep the same energy, man. This is why Kendrick said what he said. And let me say what he said. Play my damn drop.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on Ack. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back.
That's why he said it, Ack.
Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on Ack. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back.
So I just wanted to bring this to your awareness that Kendrick was right again. Kendrick was right again. We can see the vibes on you, Ack. We can see the vibes on you, Ack. Well, you know, just, it's not the best.
These were supposed to be freebie songs.
Yeah.
They're now up on streaming.
Yeah.
It feels like a different climate. Do y'all remember when
Moving on.